In the previous video, we categorized traditional financial services along the lines of transferring, raising and investing money and capital. Enter financial technology. In the transferring money arena, technology saw the introduction of digital wallets, an electronic equivalent of your physical wallet, within which you can make and receive payments and purchases instantly, conveniently, and usually free of charge without money physically having to change hands. There are many manifestations of digital wallets in existence today, but when we think of digital wallet, we tend to think of PayPal, the original digital wallet provider. PayPal is a US company, but it does have a significant presence in UK and Ireland. An extension to the pure digital wallet comes in the form of payments ecosystems, and one that springs to mind is the Chinese wallet provider Alipay. They extended PayPal's original model in two important ways. The first way relates to what happens when you load your money into an Alipay wallet. In the case of PayPal, loading money into your PayPal wallet amounts to transferring money from your bank account into PayPal's bank account, using the traditional banking payment system behind the scenes. However, not being a bank, PayPal is not able to do anything with the money. Their account is simply a custodian account. They cannot invest the money or offer you interest on it. In the case of Alipay, when you load money into the Alipay wallet, they invest it in a money market fund, so they are able to offer interest, and that encourages customers to leave money in the wallet for longer than people typically would with a PayPal wallet. This, however, highlights an important consideration in FinTech, particularly in light of FinTech being a global phenomenon, that being the consideration of regulation. The Alipay approach renders them a powerful shadow bank. As a customer, you may be happy to receive interest, but your money is being invested, and of course there are risks associated with that. As we shall see later, regulations and regulatory innovation is an area of major activity and interest in FinTech. Indeed, RegTech, as it is called, is an area of particular strength locally. Secondly, Alipay extended their wallet provision to include a range of additional investment and insurance services to customers. And that is when Ant Financial was born. It has recently been rebranded as Ant Group. About 5 years ago, Ant Financial set a target of obtaining 2 billion customers worldwide over the following decade. A seemingly very ambitious target, and yet halfway through that decade, they are more than halfway to achieving the target. Within the scope of payments ecosystems is also the idea of a payments gateway, and two companies which spring to mind in this area are Square and Stripe. Square offer a service for smaller brick and mortar merchants to be able to use their phones or handheld devices to process payments instead of having to invest in expensive credit card, hardware and software processing terminals. Stripe did something similar in an online context for companies who don't have the internal capacity to build payments processing, etc. into their websites and their online offerings. I will have more to say about Stripe in a follow-up video, but this is a major success story for the two young Irishmen, the Collinson brothers, who founded Stripe about 10 years ago, and in 2016 they became the world's youngest self-made billionaires. And social media is getting in the act in the payments arena. We had Venmo, who decided to add a social media interactivity layer to an already existing payments facility, incorporating emoji, selfies and likes into the process of paying for a shared bill, which can sometimes be an awkward situation in restaurants, etc. Venmo is now owned by PayPal. Another social media twist in this space came in the form of China's Wechat, which we can think of as a cross between Facebook and WhatsApp. They decided to take advantage of their fast-growing member base, and working the other way around to Venmo, embedded a payment service into their already existing social platform. This has been very successful and has proven stiff competition for their regional competitors Alipay. And of course, Facebook is getting increasingly involved in the payments arena. In fact, in financial services generally. as are the tech giants Amazon and Google. Add to this the crypto take on digital payments with names such as Bitcoin, Ripple, and many more, and you see the scale of the challenge that traditional banks and financial services institutions face in what, up to very recently, they would have considered their territory. Perhaps unsurprisingly, we tend to refer to this modern-day fusion of payments and technology as PayTech.